party.
Or it's like,
but most people that would be in the community here would think it's a fetish or a party. There's a party behind all of this maybe because of the way you look, and the latex says a lot.
you know what it is actually. Like mostly, it's like I get anxiety, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's mostly I cannot leave my house without having like my clothing has. I get anxiety about leaving, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the biggest thing that relieves it.
So it makes you comfortable.
Makes me comfortable. It makes me feel like I can conquer the world in latex. I don't know what it is, and I know it's like, I can't go to a job. I know if I like, people just seem to accept it for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, you look healthy. The people that we see today that do drugs, I mean, not everybody looks like a lot of the concerning people that we see outside that are acting odd and strange and acting out. But you look healthy and like you have some sort of control of what are you actually addicted to?
Cocaine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just cocaine, not crack cocaine.
Yeah, no, just cocaine.
Okay.
I never tried meth. I never tried any of that stuff. I wasn't even scared.
So now, where did you get this cocaine, or is it just available to you when you want it?
I could.
You don't
walk
have to
outside, and in 5 minutes, I could have as much cocaine as I wanted.
Okay.
Any given time. Right now, I could do it, but yeah, it's everywhere. It's like everywhere, and it's really bad in the gay community.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucking bad. You see all these guys. You know what the problem is, man? Is people lose their family over coming out.
Mm-hmm.
They lose their family, they lose their friends, and they're left with nobody, right? So what do? They look for acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
And they find it the first place they find it. And the first place I found it, when I lost everybody, was with the drug crowd. And they're not, like the cocaine crowd is not the people you see on the street and stuff. They're the servers, and they're the really hot servers at the bars, and they're the really attractive people you see walking down the street, and the people who have good jobs and can afford this crazy habit, this money pit of a habit of cocaine, right? It's like a rich man's drug, really, if you're really going to get into it.
So this is not an escape from reality. Let's just say being gay or bisexual or having the dominatrix thing, the no job, no money, no girlfriend. This is not the you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not that, is it?
No, another big contributor is I have bipolar disorder.
Okay.
And I was not on my meds properly. I was not on the proper meds. And it was the impulse control was a big thing that I couldn't get over with the bipolar. Like right now, I'm pretty medicated. I'm a lot closer to having the right mix.
Okay, wonderful.
And that helps, right?
So you've seen the doctor?
Yeah, I do see a psychiatrist. I am proactive about it, and I take my medication, and that's the way you gotta be, or else it's gonna control your fucking life. It will.
Now, can I just ask a personal question? Do you enjoy doing drugs?
Now? No.
Just in general. Did you enjoy doing that?
No, I didn't. Not at the end. I felt really bad, Like, at first, it was like, hey, party, do some coke, get you all excited, you party more, all these cool people, they're doing drugs, and, you can fit in with them now. After a while, it's not even that anymore. I was sitting at home with my girlfriend, and I was sitting on the fucking bed and just doing a line, being silent for 10 minutes, do another line with her, be silent for another 10 minutes, do another line. What is that, right? Why was I doing that? I couldn't understand after a bit, like, what am I doing? I'm not having fun. This is not fun.
How did you know, when did you know you were hooked?
When it really hit me, it was probably about a year ago, and I stopped lying to myself and I said, I'm an addict. I am an addict, right? That's what you got to do at first. Like, you have to admit that. You got to tell yourself that, because as soon as you stop telling yourself that, you're going to do it again. Your life is over. right? So it was maybe around a year ago. No, maybe a little more than a year ago. It was last year, and I was like, I was trying to quit, and I couldn't. And I was
Did you go to rehab?
No, I didn't go to rehab.
Did the doctor suggest you go there?
I didn't even tell him. I never told really anybody about it.
So you really tried to do it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, were the women supportive of you not wanting to do the drugs, or they just wanted to keep using?
Well, my girlfriend, man, she knows what I was doing, and how I actually quit, I had to leave the strip club.
Okay.
This is back in February, so I had to just leave. I didn't call him, I didn't say nothing, I just said, I'm not going back. And I had my own night. I had my own fetish night where I was hosting and I was doing my dom shows on stage and stuff. I wasn't doing backward dance anymore. I was getting paid as a feature performer. And I just said, you know what? I'm not going back to that place because that place is making me do it. Not making me do it, but I was doing it every time that I went back to that place every single time. That would change from music here going line. Yeah, I can sing all right. So I did that, and then my girlfriend, she just kept on like bringing it around me, bringing people that do coke around me, and I would slip up like once a month. But once I slip up once, I'm going to do it like 3 times that week, and I'm going to go, okay, I got to get back on track.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been happening since February to October. I got it down a lot, so it was like maybe not even once a month in October. I think it was the last time I did it, right?
Okay.
And she brought it home from work, and she goes, I did some coke. And I said, okay, don't worry. I said, we'll get back on track, right? You're an addict. It happens. So we'll just get back on track. And she goes, I got something with me. And it was like, boom, right there. Right? So
you still have the urges.
Oh yeah, the urges will be there for the rest of my life, I presume.
Now, in the gay community, I know usually sex and drugs are always a mix.
Yeah.
On a constant basis. So it's good that you're not working there anymore.
No.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, where are you at now? What are you doing now that's keeping you from thinking about the drugs and doing it?
So I got right back into the fitness, right? So I got right back into working out. I'm back into that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually waiting. I'm going to do a personal trainer certificate next month and do the course and everything. So I'm using the fitness as a big thing to deter me from it.
Okay.
And I do want to say, during the summer, after I left Flash, I got a job at a dispensary.
Okay.
And I started smoking weed heavily. And you know what? That heavy smoking of weed kept me away from coke. 100%. 100%.
Well, it's great now that it's legal here in Canada. And so that, maybe that could be another way of helping our audience understand that sometimes,
Yeah, weed is not a bad thing. So it's not a bad thing. Like, I don't even really smoke it at all anymore. I don't need to, right?
So what's the high from doing cocaine, and what's the high from smoking weed? What is it? What's the difference?
Well, it's mainly for the weed because I wasn't properly medicated mostly at the time, and like the proper medication just came a couple months ago. It was bringing my manic down from the bipolar. And when I get manic, I get really like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and maybe I'll do that, right? Mm-hmm. So that might be one of the things I'll do. And so it made me bring myself down from being manic all the time, from the bipolar.
What's the worst thing you've ever done for money to get drugs? What's the worst thing? I mean, if you don't mind sharing that with us, just what's the worst thing that you've done? Or have you done really bad things to get drugs?
Or I haven't done bad things to get drugs because, like, working the dungeon, doing the dungeon sessions, and working as a stripper, I was making enough money that I could afford a big drug habit, right?
Oh, okay.